Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to make a circle with a loop inside of it. This is a design that I found by an artist called Maria Grönlund, and I thought it was pretty neat and wanted to check it out and see exactly how it's done. So we're going to start off with making a perfect circle. The shift key is make it, and you want to give it a nice decent stroke. Let's try 18 and get rid of that fill, make it a bit lighter, and maybe a bit thicker of a stroke. Let's try that. Perfect. Okay, now what you'll see is that a circle has 4 anchor points when you first make it. We're going to use C, which is the cut tool, or the knife tool, and click on one of the anchor points at the bottom and move it into the middle. This is the basic premise of this tutorial. And then we're going to hold that, turn it down, hold shift, and modify it. Sorry, and turn around. And again, hold shift on this anchor point. And you'll see that when we do this, the circle doesn't keep its shape. It becomes kind of elongated, not very natural. So we can't actually do it this way as we'd expect. If we go back, what we're going to have to do is actually add more anchor points to the circle. And we can do this by going to Object, then Path, and Add Anchor Points. And this doubles the amount of anchor points by placing them in between the existing anchor points. Now we use the cut tool here again. So C, you click on the anchor point and then hold shift and bring it to the middle. Perfect. Then grab this anchor, hold shift, and also align it with the middle. And you see it still keeps the shape of the circle this time along that edge. And grab this anchor point, turn it around, hold shift, and you want it to be roughly parallel with those 2 anchor points right there. So that's good enough. Now what we're going to do is we're going to copy this shape with Control C, and we're going to paste it with Control Shift V. So paste in place. Then with the new shape, we are going to reflect it vertically and horizontally. There we go. And there we have it. We have our shape. Now we're going to select both shapes and press Control J and join them as one whole shape. Then we'll use our direct tool to get rid of these 2 segments here at the bottom. Delete and delete. And there you have it. Now we have our shape. Now we want to apply gradient to this, but you can't apply gradient to a stroke. So we're going to have to convert this to a shape. We do this by going to Object, Path, and then Outline, Stroke. And now our path has become a shape. Now we apply our gradient. The above one has 3 colors, and we'll just use 2 for now. It's kind of nice to have just a little bit of color on one end, and then for not to be a 50-50 split, but just hints of a color. So we'll just keep it like this. Nice diagonals, usually okay. There we go. Anyway, now the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a little drop shadow and give this some depth. So we'll use the pen tool. We'll click just at this corner right here and this corner. Oops. And yeah, give it a little curve. And then a bit along the line, back, and you close the path. And we'll do the same as on the other side, but make it just a bit thinner than the other one. Again, give it a little bit of curve. Oops. Don't do that. Let's click there again. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now we are going to select these and we'll choose the color that's closest to them by pressing shift and clicking on that. That way you don't apply the gradient to them. And we're going to make it a bit darker than it actually is. Yay, so. And then we'll just do the same for the other color. And we'll make the other color, actually we'll make it a bit darker. You want the two colors to contrast a tiny bit. It's just an added effect. A bit darker, and there you have it. Now you have a nice 3D shape, and you're all ready to go.